Good day everyone and welcome back to Danish News Daily, where we are not afraid to ask the difficult questions about Denmark's most famous family. Today we are tackling a topic that is absolutely fascinating and somewhat uncomfortable. Why, after 2 years on the throne, King Frederik still has not fully won back the trust and affection of the Danish people, and what this means for Queen Mary, who seems to be bearing the brunt of public sympathy. This is going to be revealing, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our royal coverage. Let us be brutally honest here. King Frederik's reign has not exactly been the triumphant, smooth transition everyone hoped for. When Queen Margrethe announced her abdication in January 2024, it should have been a joyous moment of renewal for the monarchy. A younger, more modern king and queen taking the reins, ready to lead Denmark into a new era. But that Madrid scandal from late 2023 cast such a long shadow over everything that followed, and frankly, that shadow has never really lifted. The Danish people are generally forgiving and pragmatic, but there is something about this situation that has stuck in their collective consciousness and refuses to budge. The polling numbers tell a stark story. While Queen Mary consistently ranks as one of the most beloved members of the royal family, with approval ratings that would make any politician weep with envy, Frederik's numbers have never quite recovered to their pre-scandal heights. Now, he is not despised or anything that dramatic, but there is a notable coolness, a sense of reservation in how Danes talk about their king. It is as if they're waiting for the other shoe to drop, or perhaps they're just disappointed that their fairy tale royal family turned out to have some very human flaws. What exactly is driving this ongoing skepticism? Well, it's a combination of factors that have created a perfect storm of doubt. First and foremost, those Madrid photos. Regardless of what actually happened or did not happen, the optics were absolutely terrible. Frederik was photographed spending significant time with an attractive woman who was not his wife in a foreign city, engaging in what looked like quite personal activities. The palace's explanation of business meetings never quite rang true for many people. Business meetings do not usually involve intimate dinners and strolling through city streets together. The narrative just didn't add up for a lot of Danes. Then you've got the timing of Queen Margarethe's abdication. She had ruled for 52 years and had previously stated she believed in the motto of remaining queen for life, just like her own mother and the British Queen Elizabeth. Then suddenly, just weeks after the scandal broke, she announced she was stepping down. The palace insisted it had nothing to do with the photos, that Margrethe had been planning this for some time, particularly after her back surgery earlier that year. But come on, the timing was so suspicious that even the most loyal royalists raised their eyebrows. Many Danes believe Margrethe abdicated specifically to try to save the monarchy from further damage, essentially falling on her sword for her son. And here's where Queen Mary comes into the picture, and why so many Danes feel absolutely gutted for her. Mary has been nothing short of exemplary since she married into the family back in 2004. She learned Danish fluently, she embraced Danish culture wholeheartedly, she has been a tireless advocate for social causes, and she has raised 4 children in the public eye with grace and dignity. She is, by all accounts, the perfect modern royal. And then this scandal hits, and suddenly she's thrust into the position of having to stand by her husband publicly, while privately dealing with whatever emotions this situation has stirred up. The strength that must require is absolutely immense. Public sympathy has firmly landed on Mary's side. Social media is filled with comments praising her composure, her dedication, and yes, her silent suffering. Because let's be real, even if nothing inappropriate happened in Madrid, the situation must have been incredibly painful and embarrassing for Mary. Having your husband photographed with another woman, having the entire world speculate about your marriage, having to smile and wave and pretend everything is fine while cameras document your every move, it is a nightmare scenario. And Mary has handled it with such dignity that people love her even more for it, while simultaneously holding Frederik more accountable. The Danish press has been relatively restrained compared to their British counterparts, but even they cannot resist occasional pointed commentary about the state of the royal marriage. Every photo of Frederik and Mary together gets analysed for signs of tension or distance. Every solo appearance by Mary sparks speculation about why Frederik wasn't there. It is an impossible situation where literally everything gets read as evidence of marital discord, whether that evidence actually exists or not. The microscope they're living under would destroy most relationships, yet they continue to fulfill their duties and present a united front. What makes this particularly challenging for Frederik is that he can't really defend himself without making things worse. If he addresses the scandal directly, it keeps the story alive. If he ignores it, people think he's being dismissive of legitimate concerns. If he's too affectionate with Mary in public, it looks performative. If he's not affectionate enough, it looks like confirmation of problems. There's literally no winning move here. He's trapped in a situation where time is really the only thing that might eventually heal the public's perception, and even that is not guaranteed. Some royal commentators have suggested that Frederik needs a major public relations win to shift the narrative. Perhaps a significant charitable initiative or a moment of genuine vulnerability where he connects with the Danish people on a deeper level. But others argue that anything that looks too calculated will backfire spectacularly. The Danish people value authenticity above almost everything else, and any hint of manipulation or spin will be immediately detected and rejected. It's a razor-thin line to walk. The contrast between Mary's soaring popularity and Frederik's lukewarm reception is creating its own set of problems. In a monarchy, you need both the king and queen to be respected and beloved. When one is significantly more popular than the other, it creates an imbalance that can be destabilizing. Mary can't single-handedly